Hello, hello, hello. All right, welcome back to Open and Honest. This is episode 5. So wrapping up the first week, officially 1 week, posting every day. We did it. So today is going to be a little bit different. So instead of just having like normal conversation, we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A on each other and do our makeup while we chat. So I have all of my stuff down here on the floor. I have my dirty chai, and I have my phone with my questions. Are you ready?
I'm like excited because I haven't really done my makeup. Like besides like brows and like I haven't really done my makeup since like all this has started. So should be fun.
Yeah, have I? Actually, no, I have. Because like when I go out, I'm like, I feel like I want to get done up since I can't really do that. So
yeah, like you have a reason to get ready.
Yeah, like I never used to do my makeup for work, but now that we're like locked inside, I'm like, oh, I should do
it. Yeah. Okay, what kind of look are you doing today?
I think I'm gonna do maybe just like natural, like matte with some highlight. Just, I don't know, we'll see how the face goes, but probably like a colorful wing. I'm thinking a blue wing.
Okay, you're gonna do really creative. I'm gonna do really like, oh, that's cute. I love that little.
I have the blue one. Which one did you get?
That's the one. That's the same one that I got too. It was like blue and orange, right?
Blue with like this blue with green and like silvers. Mine's like super. This color's super dug into. I love it. All right.
I think I'm gonna do like oranges and stuff.
You're gonna do what?
Like orange.
Oh yes.
The lid.
Do it.
Yeah, something a little everyday look.
And I'm gonna do the Dior Forever Glow. I'm in love.
How do you like it?
Yeah, just because I'm super like I love like BB creams and CC creams because they have SPF and stuff. And this one's SPF 35. And it has really good coverage and it leaves you a little dewy. And honestly, the Morphe M439 is my favorite foundation brush. It's like super dense and fluffy.
So you normally start with your foundation?
Yeah, so I already moisturized. So I used the Youth to the People. It's like the mushroom and like ashwagandha mushroom moisturizer. I think I have it. And setting spray. Yeah, so it's the Adaptogen Deep Moisture Cream and then the Adaptogen Mist with hyaluronic acid and ashwagandha mushroom.
Ooh, you fancy.
Yeah, but I always do my base first, the foundation, just because I feel like that's like your canvas, so that's what's gonna set the tone and like base for your
base look. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason like I like to start with my eyebrows because I feel like once my eyebrows look good it makes me more motivated to like do the rest of my face.
Really? And mine's like once I have like a clean base, I'm like I can see how it'll actually look.
Yeah,
once it's all coming together. All right, so for my first question, I want to know all right, I'm gonna start top to bottom. I have a long list. Let's see, what do you think has been the hands down funniest moment of our friendship?
Oh my goodness.
It's hard, huh?
I feel like it's hard just because like I laugh at everything and I feel like you too kind of.
What?
I said I feel like it's hard because I laugh at everything and I feel like you do.
Yeah, I laugh at.
Kind of. So I'm just gonna say like the moment that was like that I remember the most from like our childhood is like when we used to like we used to go around the neighborhood and give people like fake tickets
on God.
And so we'd write like the license plate, like the reason they were getting a ticket and stuff. And then this old grumpy man, like in our neighborhood or whatever, like got, like we left a ticket on his car. And apparently he didn't like that. And so he like made it this huge big deal that we were giving out tickets on a sticky note. And we just like thought it was the funniest thing ever. And like our parents were like, what the heck too? Because literally
we're like 8 years old giving out fake tickets. Like it doesn't mean anything. But I'm pretty sure he brought it up to like at the HOA meeting.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was pretty funny, but
I forget about that, but we used to do that so much, like just come up with random shit to do outside.
I know, just random play school, do a lemonade stand.
Yeah, listen, we were entrepreneurs at the age of 10. We would do lemonade stand, we would go and buy boxes of candy bars and sell candy. Like I would print out quotes online and like tie them to a candy or something and like sell them like that to make it like worth their money. And we had a dog walking business. Listen, we were little hustlers.
We had like memberships too for the dog walking.
For the dog walking.
All right. My first question is when are you most yourself?
When am I most myself? I have a question similar to like that. When am I most myself? I think with like the people that know me best. So I feel like I'm like myself. I'm usually always myself. Like I'm never trying to be somebody I'm not, I don't think. But I think
like,
when I'm most, what?
Like when you feel like most just like at peace and like, you know, like you're in your space type of thing.
Probably baking. Baking or doing my makeup. Because those are like baking I've done since I was, you know, when I was little, I wanted to open my own bakery. And I've always like found peace and like just tranquility while doing that because I love it so much. And then doing my makeup, it's like only I dictate what goes on my face and like what it's gonna look like after. And I don't know, it's like relaxing also. And it gets your creative juices flowing. So I think those are like the 2 times that I feel the best is like while I'm getting ready and baking, like doing something that I love. How about you?
For me, I would just say like when I'm around people like I like love or like my friends and family, like I generally like to be around people. And like especially people like that I'm like close with, you know, like I love like also like meeting new people, but I feel like most myself when I'm just like surrounded by people, like even if it's like not much, but like,
well, that's like what I was saying, like when in the beginning of my answer, like when I'm just around people that get me and like I can be myself. That's like when I'm content, like I don't have to act any sort of way. Like I can be goofy, be all of that. That was a good one. Okay. What is who or what is your nemesis? Do you have a nemesis? Okay, what's the most amazing true story you've ever heard?
True story.
Yeah, so kind of like what you told me the other day about LeBron diving into a pool to save someone. Like, have you ever witnessed something like that or just heard a story that you thought was incredible?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would honestly like I don't think I have any personally like off the top of my bat that I can like say, but I would say like a lot of like 7 pounds, for example, was like based on a true story. And like that one was like he basically donated all of his, was it his wife's or his organs to like people who like couldn't see, to somebody who like couldn't, like whose heart, like they had to get like their heart taken out, like every part of their body was like donated. So I think that's cool because it's like literally like everybody wants to like live on and have the legacy or whatever, but like in a sense like you actually are contributing to somebody else like being able to live.
Yeah, I think I watched 7 Pounds, but I was really little.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't really know what it was about. I think I watched it like with my dad or something.
Yeah, I like that one. What about you?
I think, well, not, I mean, this just comes up like off the top of my head, but I think hearing all of like the stories my brother would tell me from the beach, because you don't think like beach lifeguards do much, but, or like people ever drown and stuff like that, but there's so many cases, like random too, or just like parents took their eyes off their kids, and like the beach lifeguards, like my brother, like all the stories of the people they'd have to save and stuff like that. And then I think that would be like off the top of my head, that's what I can think about right now.
Yeah, like the top, your top.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the best sound in the world?
The best sound?
Sound, yeah, like what's the best sound to you?
Oh, you like a satisfying sound?
Yeah, or like just, yeah, like a satisfying sound.
A super satisfying sound to me was like during boxing when we would mitt and like snap. That was like or like hearing it over again, and like the snap of like the of like my gloves hitting the mitt, like that's super satisfying to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it's like it's like all your power, like your strength.
Yeah, and then everybody doing it at the same time too.
Yeah, exactly. And then like listening back to and be like, oh shit, like I'm really that strong. Like that's
for me, I would say it's like the sound of like rain.
Oh yeah.
Like even like when I can't sleep sometimes, like I'll go and look up like sounds of rain just to like help me feel calm or help make it easier to go to sleep.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay. That's my next one. What invention do you think is like taken for granted for? Like something that doesn't really get a lot of love or attention that is like a big deal?
I would say like lights, like light bulbs. Like to me, they're so important because like literally without light bulbs, like you would have like no light in your house, like no light in your car, no light anywhere, or like on the streets or like anything. But like we're never like really like, oh, I'm so thankful for light bulbs, like, you know. So
I would say like something that's always been there.
Yeah, like it's kind of like I feel like we don't like give it enough recognition, but like life without light, like when it gets dark here, like that would be crazy. Or even like the light on your phone, like.
Yeah, I feel you. The light on your phone.
Yeah, like when you
really stuff. For me, I think like, well, a few things like gas stoves. Like imagine if we would have to put coal to cook our food every single day.
Yeah, no.
Or like I appreciate running, like some things that, this is not the exact question, but some things that I really appreciate that like when it hasn't worked, I'm like, fuck, like hot water when you shower. Like, because in Mexico, they will shut off your water quick. And in TJ, it's happened and it's not fun. And then
toilets.
Yeah, and toilets that flush well. Like I had a friend and their toilet did not flush well, and it was the most frustrating thing to me. And in Mexico, you're like everywhere you go in public places, you're supposed to throw your toilet paper in the trash. Like you're not supposed to flush it down the toilet. No. I need a working toilet.
No, yeah, I agree. I think that's the most frustrating thing about going to Mexico, because even like when we went to like that lash lady, I
Mhm.
like forgot that was a thing because
I
I was like,
still do it though. I never not don't flush my.
yeah. So it's just like it's just weird how different it is in like other countries.
Yeah, you don't really think about that. Okay, your turn.
Okay. If you had a magic wand right now and have your life be perfect, what would that new life look like?
That's a loaded question.
I know.
It just would not be filled with worry and like uncertainty.
Okay.
And with that would come like being financially stable, having a good job, like everything that falls under that category that will make my life without like worry of what's like gonna happen tomorrow. Like where's my next paycheck, or like keeping money to keep over like the roof over my head, and like just stuff like that that like my family has like worried about. It, my new life wouldn't be stressing over that kind of stuff. It would just, I wouldn't have to worry.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one.
And you?
For me, I would say like just like my friends and family like living their like dream, like whatever that was. Because I feel like, you know, like we all have like dreams and things we want to accomplish, but I feel like in a lot of ways like life gets in the way, and I feel like everyone would just be so much happier if they could live out like their dream. And then I would say like also for like my friends and family to just have like to all be like financially like stable, because I feel like that is like a lot of reason for worry, you know, like
Yeah.
I want like my kids to have money and like their kids to have money, so just like to have like generational wealth type of thing.
Yeah. No, I like that. I feel like that's like a main thing, is like to kind of leave a legacy or leave money in your family so that you don't have to worry, and then your kids don't have to worry.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Good question. Um, what would what would you? Oh, have you ever seen it? Huh? Have you ever? No, it's not bad. Have you ever seen somebody get fired? If so, what was like the most epic way you've seen somebody get fired or quit?
Ooh.
That's kind of hard because like you don't really see that too often.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody get fired, but like I've seen somebody like walk out of the job, you know. Um
Where and or
um
like what was the situation?
like they were just like fed up with like the way that things were, so they're like I'm out of here. And then like we saw them like in the like walking by, and they're like, yeah, I just quit, like super casual. So but yeah, I don't think I've
Never
seen anybody
seen
get
anybody.
fired. Or you said you never have?
No.
Yeah, I feel like normally like they don't have that many people in the room when that happens.
Yeah, no. I just thought that was interesting because I've never like witnessed it.
Yeah.
Really? No, I haven't.
What could you spend all day talking about?
Probably skincare and baking recipes. You?
um, I would say like my dream, like what I want to accomplish like in the world, you know? And then also like what frustrates me about the world. I feel like when I get in conversations about things that like make me like upset about just like the way that things are in the world, like I like get very passionate and just have a lot to say. So I would say those two things.
Like you could go on and on about that stuff.
Yeah, just like the different things like mass incarceration or
What about it?
just how like in my opinion, like I think it's modern day slavery. Like they call it the Department of Corrections, but like you're not correcting anything. Like people often come out the same way that they came in. And like the living conditions and like, yeah, I understand that they're criminals, but at the end of the day, like these are people that are going to come back into the world, and you have them for this limited amount of time, and like you have the potential to change the way that they see the world or give them purpose so that when they do go out in the world again, they're not repeat offenders. So like there's like a lot I could say about mass incarceration, because also like when you go into prison, you are working. Like a lot of times like prisoners are the ones that like work for businesses. Like yeah, like they'll have programs where like the prisoners might make like t-shirts and for like a company or something like that. And so it's and they only get paid like
I
$1 an
didn't
hour.
know that.
Yeah, and they only get paid like $1 an hour or something like super crazy. So it's like to me like that's slavery. Like you're not, first of all, these people are like committed a crime, and then because they're in one place and like they need money in order to like eat and all these type of things, like you're going to pay them $1 an hour when your company is making millions and billions off of it. Even like to place a phone call, like a lot of times it's like $7 for an hour or something like that. So they're making money off of this. Like prisons like are their businesses.
Yeah, I just didn't know that there was programs like that where they work that way.
Yeah, like even like have you seen in Orange is the New Black where they have that like panty company come in?
No, I've only watched a handful of like episodes of.
Yeah, but that's like a real thing. Like a lot of times like they'll have work programs in there where like you can work, and like either the prison will make an arrangement with like a company where like the prisoners do the labor for whatever the business is, or even like they'll have them make like the street signs, or like there was like a lot of people say they make the license plates, but I don't think that's true. I think they just make like the ones that say speed limit 60 or caution and all those type of things, you know. But it's like
Yeah, I had no idea that that was really a thing.
Yeah, using them as a labor force, so I don't like that, but whatever.
But like kind of on that topic, that's like one of the things I think is cool about one of Oscar's jobs. Because he works at a juvenile hall, like at a juvenile prison.
Uh-huh.
And like the kids, teaches classes to like those kids, and so sometimes obviously like he's with them for so many hours twice a week. We'll like talk to them and we'll like know their story and like try to be a better influence. And like I feel like as your job, even if you're in there as a security guard or parole or whatever, like your job is to make sure that these kids don't become repeat offenders and don't get put back in there. Like you're supposed to be helping them the entire way and like finding a way out once they're out, and you're going to be like that resource for them.
Yeah, that's the part that's just like frustrating, because like there was a period in time where like a lot of prisons had like college education programs, and they took a lot of those away because people didn't think that prisoners deserved to go to college or get an education or those type of things, when like people who are free can't even afford to send their kids to college, which I get. But at the same time, like these people already have like a history of like criminal behavior, so like wouldn't you want them to come out better so that they're not in your neighborhoods committing crimes? You know what I mean? I don't know, that's just the way that I think about it, but I understand people who have opposing views.
Yeah, everybody's going to have their own opinion, but I feel like if they can better themselves inside, then give them the tools to do so.
Yeah,
because like they can get, well, at least they used to be able to get like their degrees and stuff while in there, no? So if you can get that to happen and they come out better and like people that are actually going to do something in society, why not?
I agree.
But not everybody thinks that way.
I agree.
All right. Let's see. What is the most important or your favorite material possession that you own? Why?
I would say my Gucci bag, just because it's like the first like designer purse that I got,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a gift from my 20th birthday. So I would say that. What about you?
Probably my car, just because, as you know, I was in a few car accidents, and since then, like I had bought myself a car right after, and then once that car was like no longer running, basically, I had to buy myself another car. So I think that's like something I'm proud of, that I was able to, at like 19, by myself. By 19, I had bought myself my first car, and then at 21, I bought myself like my second car. So I think those are like my most important possessions.
That's good. That's good. Would you rather go camping in the woods or stay at a beach resort?
Stay at a beach resort.
Yeah, 100%.
Not even a question.
I don't know. I feel like there's a time and a place like to go camping, but if it's like between the two.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not opposed to it, but it's definitely not going to be my runner-up.
Agreed.
Okay, when are you? Oh my God, what happened? The brightness just like completely left my screen.
Oh.
Okay, what was your favorite food as a kid, and what's your favorite food now?
Ooh. As a kid, I loved broccoli.
You did.
And I loved, like, I could eat that. I needed that with every meal. And then I would say my favorite food now is gonna have to be like a burger or sushi.
Sushi for me, definitely.
Like, I crave burgers like all the time. Like a really good burger.
I know. But I crave sushi all the time.
That's true. But I also haven't had, like, there was a good while where like we would go to sushi like all the time. But I don't know. Like, we stopped going, and then like I haven't really eaten sushi in a long time.
Really? Aww.
Yeah.
You don't eat sushi anymore because I don't go with you?
Like, I just stopped going. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like when people would ask me like, where do you want to go eat? Like, I would always just say like other places.
Yeah, it's not like the top of your list anymore.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because I was eating it so often that like I needed a break.
Yeah, probably. That's funny. I could still eat sushi every day of the week.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go to the store and buy stuff to make sushi today.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Okay, would you rather eat, okay, I already know the answer to this one. Would you rather eat a gallon of mayonnaise or 4 sticks of butter?
Butter, hands down, no question.
Once I started reading it, I was like, wait, I already know. Okay, I'm gonna just ask you questions since you're like still finishing your makeup. Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life or always feel like you need to sneeze but can't?
Hard.
I know.
Because I probably having to sneeze because I hate the hiccups.
Yeah, I feel like hiccups, like when you're talking, you'd be like all the time, and that would be
so annoying.
Like, at least like the sneezing thing is only like I know about it.
Yeah,
Would you rather?
Sorry, go.
And the life of a single. Ooh, okay, no, this one is crazy.
End the life of a human?
Yeah, it said, would you rather end the life of a single human or 500 cute baby animals? That's dark.
Probably baby animals.
Isa.
I'm not gonna kill a human.
It says either way, you're a monster to that one.
Yeah, but like, listen. Here's I'm allergic to animals, so I've never been a dog person, a cat person. I had an iguana growing up, and I had fish.
Iguana?
Yeah,
When?
Renee, Tara,
No. Who?
and Tara, and then we gave her to Angel.
I do not remember that.
Yes.
No. Wait, was that the day we went to the pet store? And I said I wanted a rat, and your mom freaked out.
Oh my god. Okay, well, Renee was trying to bring 20 baby mice with red eyes home with her, and my mom hates them, so she was not going to let them get in the car. And
I just thought they were the cutest thing. And you want to know what's so disturbing? Like now I cannot stand like any sort of like rodent or snake or anything like that.
yeah, like what would your mom have said if we were to just like bring you home with? We went to Yardtown. We went to like the um like material like cloth
Oh yeah.
like
I was like, what's your
yeah, Yardage Town. That's what it's called, Yardage Town.
yeah, I don't remember that. All I remember is the white little mice with red eyes. I was like in love.
No. Okay, next.
If you had to be one cartoon character, which one would you choose?
Eliza from the Wild Thornberries.
I could see that. For me, Penny Proud.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I just loved the Wild Thornberries.
They were wild.
They were wild.
Okay, what is the word you absolutely hate people for using?
I don't think I have one.
I would say like when people say like retarded.
Oh, got it. Gosh, I think fag.
Yeah. They just see it sounds so like I never say that word. So
No, I wasn't ever like a retarded word using person.
yeah.
But I think when I hear like people call others like, "Oh, you're such a fag," like joking around, like I don't think that's funny whatsoever.
Yeah. How do you feel about clowns?
They don't bother me.
They're weird. Like my old coworker wanted me to go to the circus with her so bad, and I was just like, I don't want to go and see clowns. Like
They've never bothered me.
I just have no interest.
Because remember Irving and Cynthia?
They used to have clowns.
They they didn't have like a clown farm. When in the guest bedroom, there was a watercolor picture of clowns, and whenever we would stay over, like when my parents would go out of town or something, we had to sleep in that room, and there was like a big painting of clowns just looking at us. Like they liked clowns. There was like multiple in that room. There was like a watercolor one and then like a picture one.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
And yeah, they've never bothered me.
What is the most obscure food that you've eaten that most people have never tried?
Probably crickets. I don't think it's that weird. Like a lot of people have tried them now, I think. But for the most part, that would be like the weirdest thing. Because, I mean, fish is, similar. I love squid, but it's not like I'm like out here eating shark or whale.
Yeah. Where my mom's from, shark is like a big thing to eat.
Really? Yeah, my brother's had it, but I've never had it.
Yeah, people like love to eat shark where she's from. Like I remember we had like a little cookout at the house and everybody was like fighting over the shark. But it's like not like a great whale or great white or anything. It's just like small little sharks because she lives on an island. Okay, I kind of hate she lives on like an island. So
your mom lived on an island?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, South Carolina has islands, and a lot of people don't know that. So every time I say it, people are like, "What the hell?" But yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea.
South Carolina has islands, so that's where she grew up.
Hmm.
What is your favorite 3-word sentence?
I have a favorite 2-word sentence.
What is it?
That's a lot.
That's 3 words. That's a lot. I
A
know.
lot is 1 word.
Well, but okay, but like you're supposed to say a and then lot, no?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I say that's a lot.
that's a lot. Okay, yeah, that counts. I don't think I have one. I feel like my sayings always change. Like I have like a saying for a period of time and then I move on.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's like with me too. Like I'll get over that's a lot eventually, but right now I say that's a lot.
What was the most awesome excuse you ever made?
I don't know about awesome, but one time my brother and I said that we wanted to stop swimming because we were bored. Like we were getting bored of just swimming around, swimming laps and laps and laps, and we got grounded because my mom was like, "Yeah, you want to know what it's like to be bored? Well, you're not going. Stay in your room." And we were grounded, and because of our excuse of being bored, so it didn't work out in our favor. We're like, "Okay, we'll go."
Oh my god. What's the worst topping to put on a pizza?
Not pineapple. I enjoy pineapple.
Yeah, so many people hate pineapple on pizza. I'm like, how? It's not even bad.
No, because like my mom would when making hamburgers and stuff,
Yeah.
we would grill pineapple and put pineapple like in our burgers, and it's super good. So on pizza, it's like not a weird thing to me.
Yeah. I would say ham. Like I hate ham on pizza.
Oh, I don't think I've had it. Like Hawaiian pizza, pineapple and ham.
Yeah, but it's like like when it's like it almost looks like bologna pieces. Like when it's huge little ham chunks, I don't think that's good.
I don't think I've really had it. Or like sardines. Ooh.
I think only I can eat sardines like in Caesar salad because like that's what this dressing's made out of. But
Yeah, and just because I don't see it being made.
yeah.
I only had a Caesar salad for the first time in July
Why?
last year. That was the first time I ever had a Caesar salad.
Why was that the first time?
Because I don't like dressings and stuff like that. So I've never had ranch in my life. That was the first time I had Caesar salad because it was at Caesar's Palace, and it just sounded good, like it made fresh.
Wait,
And,
is that what the place is called? The one in TJ?
yeah.
It's called Caesar's Palace?
Mm-hmm. That's the original. That's where the Caesar was created.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was called Caesar's Palace because Caesar's Palace just reminds me of Vegas.
Vegas? No, yeah.
Okay, this summer, can we all plan a trip to go to Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to go with everyone, like, and get lit. Lit. Lit, 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 lit.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I've been to Vegas like twice, but never to like go out.
And not as like a grown up.
Yeah, I was probably freshman and sophomore.
Watch, you're gonna go and fall in love too.
Am I though?
Yeah, you are.
Maybe it like pool party or something that I like.
That's what
I like going out at night. So
that's my favorite part. Well, I feel like when I went to both the times I went to Vegas, I only went out at night one time. Because by the time you do the day party all day long, you're dead.
Yeah.
Because it's already way hotter than any like day party you've ever been to because it's Vegas, so it's like 100 and something degrees.
I've only been in Mazatlan, so they're always hot. I've never been to a pool party here.
Yeah, but it's like the desert, so I'm sure it's like way hotter than Mazatlan too.
Yeah.
And then you're drinking all day and you're in the sun and stuff, but it's like fun. Like I feel like I had two very different experiences, like both of the times that I went, like when there was pool parties.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I I feel like I would like that. We have yet to go.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to go this year.
We are.
Let's see our year.
We are.
Right. Finish look.
Okay, glam. Yeah.
All right, my turn to ask you something again. Okay. I know that you're not like the most like dessert person, but if you order dessert, what is your go-to dessert?
I would just say like ice cream. Because like I'm not a big cake person, but there's certain cakes I will eat, like burnt butter cake or chocolate lava cake.
Well, those blondies I made, those were brown butter.
Okay, yeah, like I liked those. Those were good. But like a lot of cakes, because there's this like brown butter or burnt butter or whatever cake at CPK. Girl, that thing is so good. Like when you get out of quarantine, like just get one. Even if it's to go, it's so good.
I'm so sad we had a Cheesecake Factory cheesecake gift card.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday we're like, ooh, this would be good. And we look at it. Mind you, yesterday's 4/1, April 1st. It expired 3/31.
To be honest with you, they'd probably still take it.
That's what we said.
Are they closed right now? Yeah, huh?
They're open for takeout.
Oh. They'd honestly probably still take it because like
That's what you're saying, but I would have to go like this week, like
yeah.
Or it's like a month later.
Yeah, or just be like, oh, quarantine.
Quarantine, I forgot.
Yeah.
And I found it and I really
I feel like honestly they would understand because a lot of people are gonna be doing that, I feel.
Yeah, and they need it's not business. I was gonna say, and they need business, but they're not gonna be making any money off of it. So.
Well, did you see that they said they're not paying their rent? Like they straight up said, like, we're not paying our rent for the month of, I think April or May, one of them.
All Cheesecake Factories? Are they still paying their employees?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's like, but to me, that's like a boss move. Like, we're Cheesecake Factory, like, we're not paying. Sorry.
We're not paying.
Sorry. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy. And then did you see Sephora, like, laid off all their part-time people and people were coming for them?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's getting real out here.
That sucks. Well, because this is going on until the 30th.
Yeah, so it's kind of like they got to make a decision about what they don't do.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, it's your turn.
Let's see. Ooh, I clicked out of it. You ask another question.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, I clicked out of it.
Yeah. Top 3 favorite movies.
Ooh. Princess and the Frog, Ratatouille, and Sleepover.
Those are good. Ooh,
no, I'm a child.
Mine would have to be Endless Love, Stick It.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna look.
Yeah. I have 4. Creed and Warrior.
Creative Warrior.
Creed, like the first Creed, and Warrior.
I don't think I know what Warrior is. What's that?
It's another boxing movie, but it's like 2 brothers. Like when the dad was his boxing, like the parents split up when they were really little, and so one of the brothers went with like the mom, one with the dad, one's like a teacher, and the other sticks to boxing. And so one starts to get trained by the dad, and then the teacher, when he starts to need more money, like he's a substitute teacher, so he starts fighting like on the weekends or at night, and so they both end up becoming fighters, and then like the ultimate face-off is they meet up again after not growing up together, and they're their ultimate opponents.
I feel like I have seen like a little bit of this. What is it on? Is it on?
Seen it because I've seen it so many times. You probably watched it with me.
Yeah, it sounds actually kind of familiar.
No, I don't think it's on Netflix. It used to be on Netflix, but then I would just rent it like on Amazon.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like kind of familiar. And the one brother's like bigger than the other.
Yeah, because one's like an actual boxer, and he's like all like scruffy and like tattooed and big, and the other one's like a little like teacher, like cookie cutter, and he has a family and all that.
I actually have seen that. What's a dream you've never said out loud?
A dream I've never said out loud? To be a trainer, like a personal trainer, or like have like something to do with like the fitness industry. I've like never, I don't really like, I like to do it, and like everybody knows I like it, and like I like working out and like posting little videos here and there, but I've never like told anybody like I would want to be like a trainer.
Mm-hmm. Just because like you chose to focus on other things, or like why do you think?
Yeah, and I don't know how, like, I know I could go about it very, not easily, but like I have good help to do so, but I don't know, I feel like I've just like exactly so like I've like focused on so many other things, and I've always kind of just like talked myself out of it, like no, like I have this going on, or like I don't know if I could be good at that, or just like beating myself down, and I think like a little bit embarrassed, like, oh yeah, now you want to be a trainer, like when I've never really, pursued it, except for when I was like training at Maxim, but then I got booted out of my spot.
For me, I think it's just, well, I feel like I used to say it a lot, but I feel like I haven't said it recently, just so, like I want to be an actress.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I
mean, that's like what we all thought you were gonna do when we were like grown or whatever. It was like, just to be an actress.
Well, there's still time. So who knows where the world will take me.
Okay. Do you have okay, this is like just random. Do you have a favorite pair of shoes?
Yeah. They're like these little like mule, or like, I don't know, kitten heel type of like orange strappy heels. But I always just throw them on randomly with outfits.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen them.
Yeah, I feel like they're always like my little go-to. It used to be this black pair of like lace-up shoes.
Oh yeah, I know which ones you're talking about.
Yeah, but I wore them so much that I had to throw them off. Yeah. What about you?
I love like pointed mules and like slides. Like those are I love them. But I think like my all-time favorite pair of shoes that I used to like back in my prime, back in my days, I would wear a lot, but I don't anymore. My chunky, let me pull up a picture. My chunky hot pink heels. Like they just made me so fab.
Oh, I think I know which ones you're talking about. And they were velvet?
Yeah, and like I would only wear them to go out, but those are like my favorite shoes to go out in.
Yeah. Interesting. What has been the best moment this year so far?
Best moment this year? Mm-hmm. Probably getting to go to Mazatlan with my boyfriend. These.
Oh yeah.
Remember them?
Those are cute. Yeah. For me, I would say like getting to go to New Orleans, because it was my first trip of like 2020, and like I love like just going places and going on trips. So I would say definitely that, and I met like a couple friends that I feel like will be like lifelong friends. So
on your trip?
Yeah, so that was cool. Yeah,
I think like traveling is always a big highlight of anything. And that's like the only trip either one of us have done this year. So
Yeah. And I feel like, I don't know, it just makes me excited to like go more places this year. I'm determined to go to Mazatlan this year. So you're going to have to decide when you're going to go.
well, my mom's probably going to move there. I just talked to her.
Ooh, like official? Well, yeah, we're going to have to go and visit because I've been talking about going there for like 1,000 years.
Since we were 5.
Yeah, so actually I need to go.
Okay.
And then we'll have a place to stay now too, so.
Yeah, we finally. We just, yeah, we like just have to send all the furniture over there, get it over there so that it'll have some place to be and we'll have some place to sleep. But
yeah, is there furniture in the apartment over there right now or no? Okay, yeah, so then that would be perfect. But that's where you stayed when you went, right?
No.
Oh, you stayed at your aunt's.
No, we stayed at my aunt's apartment. So like my uncle Salvador, my uncle, I don't know, I can say names, right? Yeah, my uncle, his parents have an apartment and my aunt rents it out for Airbnb. And so I just told her like the dates that we were going and she just gave it to me.
Oh, cool. And is it close to the beach?
It's right across, it's on the boardwalk.
Ooh, que fancy.
Yeah, so like you can go down and like sit at the pool and see the boardwalk, see the sunset, the ocean. Yeah, it's cute.
That's cool. Did it offer like being in Mazatlan?
Yeah, it was relaxing. It was just a little getaway. Because like a lot of stuff had happened like prior to going, and so we made a point like, okay, we're not going to like party, like get drunk the whole time. It was like to see everything and just relax. And that's exactly what we did. So it was nice.
Did you guys go out at all though, or not really?
The first night we went to just like my favorite little restaurant. It's super cute and the food's so good. In the Centro Histórico, like downtown. So we went with 2 of my friends and we did that. And then the second night we didn't go out either. We just like went to the beach for a little bit, then went bike riding, went to the pool, and then got ready and went like to one of my other favorite restaurants. It's like on the bay, so it's still like on the water, and it's all different kinds of ceviches. So we just got a bunch of like tostadas and they're like mountains and just like shared a ton.
No, I want to go like in the summertime or something. Like
we go in the summer.
Yeah.
Or like, well, spring break is too close, but summer.
Yeah.
Okay, so this summer apparently we're going to Vegas and we're going to
Yeah, we're going everywhere. No, what would be fun if we did like a little Mexico tour, like go to Mazatlan, like Cabo.
Okay, something I've always wanted to do, but it's kind of like you have to really plan. If we were just to do a whole like driving trip, like a Baja trip up to like La Paz, and then from La Paz fly to like Mazatlan, and then back, and then drive back. But that's like a whole adventure.
Is it that easy, like to drive from those 2 places, or no?
Like from here to La Paz? I mean, depending how much you stopped, maybe 2-3 days.
Is it like the same little highway, like how it is like when you go from like TJ to Ensenada, but like you would just keep going, or what?
I'm not positive. But like once you get to La Paz, like you can't. What we could do though is just like load the car onto a ferry and take the ferry from there to Mazatlan, and that's a few hours. But you can't get there driving. Like you have to get there via.
Yeah, I feel like, well, like even if you could find like really cheap like flights from like those places, you know what I mean? Like fly to like La Paz first, and then go to like Mazatlan, and then go to like Mexico City or something, and then come back or whatever.
Yeah, Mexico City it's not like the cheapest.
It's more expensive.
But you can always find deals. That's the thing. We would just have to like find for really good deals.
But yeah, I've always wanted to do that. Do like a little Mexico like tour, Cancun. Because I've never been to Cancun or Cancun. But yeah, I want to go. Well, thank you for tuning in to the 5th episode of Open and Honest. Today was a little bit different, but we're going to try to switch it up on our Friday episodes. So next Friday is going to be like a drunk episode. So get ready.
Snap, 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 snap.
Tea will be spilled, okay? Tea will be spilled. I don't know tea, but a lot of tea.
What day is that?
Why, you said, do you have plans? We can't leave the house.
No, that's Oscar's birthday.
Okay, well, can we do it like early or something?
Yeah.
Like in the morning?
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, it's okay because we record a day early.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, it's not like I'm going anywhere, but anyway, thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow us on Instagram, Renee Nicole with 3 E's.
Yes.
Renee Nicole and Isabi Mons. All right, see you guys next week. Bye. Where do I turn this off?